Alright, welcome back to Wix. In this video we are going to be looking at how to add new pages and then also how to add in a menu. So we're going to start with adding new pages. Pretty straightforward. So a website, unlike a document where you just scroll down from page to page to page, you want to add a page to your website, which makes it a little more functional because you don't want to have a whole bunch of stuff on one page. If you want to add another page to it, it's quite easy to do. We just go up to one of two spots actually. You can go up to the top and go down to Manage Pages, and that opens our Site Pages and Menu. The other spot you can go to that is right here, the third one down on the menu bar on the left. Click on that, brings you to the same place. So to add a page, of course, there's a blue button here, just click Add Page. Now again, I like to add blank pages because I like to build the sites myself. There are some preset ones, but it is going to add a whole lot of stuff that you don't need. So I'm just going to click on Blank Page. Don't get alarmed. When it puts the page in, it looks like all your stuff disappeared. Your stuff didn't disappear. It's just because you're on the new page. So you can give that new page a name based on what's going to go on that site. Now just call this my new page. All right, so once we're in here now, we've got our new blank page and we can start building it again. Now, if you don't want to have to build all your stuff again, if you spend some time making really nice text and really nice titles, and you want to stay with that format, rather than reinventing the wheel, what I suggest to do is just copy and paste it from page to page. So I can take this and I'm going to grab, say this and this. Let's draw over there. There we go. So I want to select, because I want to maybe do the same thing, break it over an image on the next one. So I'm just going to select those three different text things that I have. I'm going to copy those, and then I'm going to go back to my other page by using this to flick over. And I'm going to paste those in here. So obviously I want to change this text if I was going to be changing it, and I could do that, and then I could just edit that text. Maybe a second title. One. All right, so adding a new page is just that easy. And again, all I'm doing when I'm copying and pasting this, it's just, again, I didn't do anything with this, but if I had spent some time choosing a font, choosing a style, maybe putting an effect on here, and I want that to be consistent across my site, rather than redo it, I just copy and paste it and then change the text to match the new page. So that's it. So the next thing I want to show you as well is how to get from page to page, because when this is a website, if I go into preview, right, a website, you want to be able to go people to maneuver your site. And right now I can't get from page to page. Normally you would have links or buttons or something that would drive you in a menu, and we don't have that in here. So there is no way for me to get back to my home page. I'm going to go back to the editor. And what we need to do is add in some functionality to the site. And to do that, we need to add in something that is called a menu. So we go to our Add Elements, and we can go down to Menu and Anchor, and we're going to add in, so there's a bunch of, again, preset designed ones. If you have one there that just is exactly what you want, you can choose that. Otherwise, you can customize these to your heart's content. I'm going to put one in here. Let's say I want this one. And again, I need to have this in the header, otherwise I'd have to re-add this to every page, or in the footer. Like you could put this down here and then you could maneuver it from there. I like to have it up at the top of the page. So I'm going to make room in my header, and I'm going to add this in here, attach it to header, center it, and I'll just squeeze this up a little bit closer here. All right, so now I've got this menu in here. This will now allow me to go from page to page. Now when I'm doing my maneuvering in the preview mode, so I'll go back, and if I want to customize this, I can go up to the settings. Nope, not settings. Let's take a look here. Layout. There, that's it. Nope. 0 for 2. There we go. Design. See, third time's a charm. So I can go in here and I can customize my design. So I go to customize my design, and I can choose what I want to customize. The menu container doesn't do a whole lot, but I can go to menu items now, and I can start changing these buttons around to the background of this if I wanted to. Put a color in the background. Yeah, let's just take a look and see where that's at. There we go. Red and visible. Okay, so I can change the color of that. And I can change the text as well. If I want to have a different type of text, I can change that. Wanted to get fancy, maybe choose that, a little bit fancier text. And there are 3 different things going on in your menu. So there is the regular one, which is just what it looks like when it's just sitting there. There's the hover, which is what happens when you hover over it. And for this one, it changes it to, let's say, a different color. And then there is the current page, which is whatever page you happen to be on. So there's 3 different things that are different design parts that you can do for this to make it look a little bit unique. So let's just take a look at what it looks like right now with a preview. Right, so if I'm on my home page, it's this white with that background. My regular one is that color I added in, and then my hover goes back to this white. And then when I click on it, of course, it's going to switch over. So you can edit those to your heart's content. You can change the color, the styles, the font, the size, everything of that to make it look like whatever you want it to look like. You can play around with that to make it fit in with your site theme. All right, so one last thing I did want to show you, and that has to do with the header. And I probably should have showed you this when I first put stuff in the header. But the default setting for the header, when you scroll down your page, if you do have enough on your page that you need to scroll down, is it for it to kind of stay in place? And it kind of gets annoying when you scroll down. I don't know if there's enough on this page that I'm just going to drag this down and show you what it looks like. Add some space here so we can actually scroll when we go up into the preview. So if I scroll down, you see this header, it stays on the page. It doesn't disappear. And because we've used a transparent one, it just kind of sits over top of your writing, and that can get a little bit distracting and annoying. So we want to change the setting of that so that it's not going to do that. And there's a few options. So if I go in here and then I go to the header scroll settings. So right now it's on free, so it just always stays there. So you can go to scrolls with site, which means that when you scroll down, it's just going to roll right up with the rest of the page. Or you can choose one of these disappear or fades out. So if I go to disappear and then I go to the preview, what's going to happen is as I go down, it's just going to slide up out of the way, which works fine. Or you can go with the other setting, which was the scrolls with site, which means it's just going to be like it's stuck there and it's part of the page. So either one of those work, but I wouldn't leave it with the one that freezes it unless you have a solid banner across the top with a solid background, a different background for this header, so that you're not seeing parts of your page kind of blend through and shine through, because that doesn't look very good. All right, good luck. Any questions, you can see me.